Hey, this is Jennifer from Word Art World. Today I'm going to show you how to use your adjustment layers to change the color of a portion of your word art. So let's get started. You can see I've got two different windows that open here. This is the finished version that we're going to create, and over here on the right is our word art. I've simply just dragged it onto a 12 by 12 sized document here, and when I play around with word art, I always like to have a background because sometimes it's kind of confusing to see the pixels, sometimes not. But I always like to keep these open and available just so that I can see, for example, the marching ants. They're easier to see when I have a background like that. Okay, so I'll have this open for now. And what we're going to do to start off is over here in your layers panel, we're going to make a copy of this word art. Okay, so on a Mac, you're going to hit Command J, which automatically just duplicates that word art. On a PC, it's Control G. So we've got two copies of this word art. So now we're going to work with this top one here. With it selected, I want you to go ahead and click on the Create a New Fill layer, and we're going to select Solid Color. And if you look over here in my colors, the foreground is the orange color. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And it's going to create a new layer with this little adjustment layer box with this little window that pops up with the orange color that we had selected. And that's the color I want, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, the word art disappears because this new layer covers it up. So what we want to do is hit Command G or Control G, and that's going to just select the pixels that are in this top layer for the word art. Okay, so anytime we want to go in, we can go in and adjust. Just double click on this little monitor icon, this little color picker, and you can go in and just change your word art, the entire thing. So if you wanted to recolor some word art, that's an easy way to do it. You can kind of play around with the whole entire thing. Okay, so let's go back to the color that we had. Now we've got the whole entire word art colored. We only want the spooky to be colored. So what we're going to do is, I want the other one up on top. So I'm going to drag this to the top here. I've got this, this black color up here, and all the word art that I create is in pure black. But I don't recommend necessarily just using black. Sometimes it prints funny, I think. So I tend to, when I use word art, I tend to lighten it just a little bit so that it's a really nice dark gray. But that's up to you. So, okay, so we've got this top layer here. And now we kind of want to do the exact same thing that we did with the other layer. So we're going to come up here and click on Create a New Fill Layer. And I'm actually going to switch my foreground over here so that it's black. And it's actually kind of a dark gray black. I'm going to click on Solid Color. Okay, and you can see it picks up this really nice deep gray. And once again, so that we want to just attach it just to the word art itself, we're going to hit Command G or Control G. And now you can see we've got, that fills in the entire word art. Okay, so if you were to hide this, you can see we've got a layer of the orange, and then we've got a layer of the black. Easy enough. Okay, so now I just want the spooky part to show up, right? So this is where we're going to use our eraser tool. And basically we're going to erase this black layer, the parts that we don't want. So we're going to come over and grab our eraser and use your brush tool right here, and just, you know, you can click on default brushes, use just a plain brush, okay? And as you come over here, you can kind of see that the brush is small, so there's two ways to do that. You can drag the little marker over here to make it bigger, or you can use your brackets tool on your keyboard to decrease or increase the size of that. Okay, so I want it just kind of a nice size so it doesn't take so long to erase everything that I have here. And I'm just going to come along. This will pop up because you've got a smart layer box right here, so you're going to hit OK. Get rid of that smart layer. And then you're just going to drag your brush. Essentially, you're just erasing the portions that you don't want black. And come along and just get all of that. Make sure you've got everything, and sometimes it's nice to come in and you can hit Command with your plus sign and come in close and kind of check, make sure you got everything that you wanted. Okay, and then Command minus sign minimizes your view here. And now you can see that I've got a nice word art that is recolored, and all of the pixels are filled in correctly, and it looks really nice, really easy to do. And once again, what makes it nice with the adjustment layers is you can come in and change. Let's say I feel like that's just, I want to go something crazy, something purpley. I want to just switch that around and do something different. I can do that easily, no problem. Do it exactly how I want it, and that's it. And of course, you want to try and, after you've kind of gotten it to exactly where you want it to be, go ahead and hit Shift and select all of your layers here. Right click, merge your layers, okay, the ones that are visible here. And now you've seen, this is, you know, once you get to this point, you can't really, you can go back and adjust your history, but I mean, this is your finished design. Okay, so you want to do that and either save it that way or just go ahead and use it in your layout. Easy to do. All right, I'll be back with some more word art tutorials. Be sure to check them all out. Thank you so much.